Hey, what's up, y'all? Back with another video. So today I just want to talk about something that I've been, thinking about for a while, um, and how I invest in crypto, the projects I choose, and things like that. So with this market downturn, I just think that we're gonna see people being a little bit more cautious with what they invest in. Um, Even myself, in the past and during the bull market, you could almost bet on anything, and eventually, it would pump, and you would, make 3, 4, 5, 10x on your gains. Um, but with the bull market kind of taking a break for right now, things consolidating, the bears taking over. Um, I think it gives a lot of us who are in this space and who will continue to be in this space even through these bear markets, gives us an opportunity to look around and see, what are the really valuable projects that we can invest in, and that'll hold value and really push up hard when that next run comes. Um, so as of late, I've really been investing in what I consider platforms over tokens. So for anybody who's not, doesn't really understand what I mean, platforms, I mean things like Ethereum, Neo, Dragon Chain, Cardano, projects where uh, dApps or decentralized applications can actually run on them. Um, as of right now, those have been my best performing assets. Um, Ethereum, Neo, things like that. I haven't gotten to Cardano as of yet. Thinking about doing so fairly soon. Also, projects like EOS with Dan Larimer. So these projects that are going to be used to run other applications, I think, will be the primary focus of my investments for the coming year or two, probably, until we see someone begin to take advantage of different spaces. And that's also something I think all these projects could survive, and thrive even. Ethereum, Neo, EOS, Dragon Chain, all of these things, um, but they could thrive in different markets. Certain platforms could be specialized to logistics or food tracking or what have you. Anything, security. But I think we'll see them specialize as they get larger, um, and focus on specific markets that they can actually take advantage of. So, as of the last, when I first got into crypto, I really was investing in just projects I thought were cool and I thought, could be successful. But to me, that's more like investing in websites in 94, 95. How many websites from 94, 95, 96, 97 even, or even the early 2000s, how many of those are still around now? Um, Not many. But, a lot of the browsers where you can access these websites are still around, or they've changed form in some way, or they've grown or added. I think that that's how we should think about investing. I'll invest in these things that can work within these dApps and these decentralized applications, which are like the websites, in my opinion, um, and invest in these platforms, which are more like the browser or the computer, something to that effect. Um, and I think that that creates a demand when you have these platforms, which you have to have tokens for to run the decentralized application. That creates an innate demand for the token, which if there is demand, that'll create the price to go up. Um, so yeah, I think tokens are really something that I'm gonna play it safe on, even in things that I thought were good tokens or good ideas. I see that they're really gonna have to take over in general to create great returns, unless you get in super early. Unless you get in the ICO phase, or when it first hits these exchanges. So things like I was investing in before, like We Trust Coin, or ADX, or some of these other tokens, I'm going to lay off of those for a while and really put my focus on these platforms. That demand is going to be there. As the space grows, people are going to want to build more and more on these blockchains, and that'll create innate demand for the tokens, and that'll create the price to go up. So, I've seen that in the last few months, that those where the majority of my gains have come from, along with Bitcoin, obviously. But I think going forward, as this space grows, those are going to be the primary focus for a lot of people, and these tokens will come as a secondary thought. You can see right now, a lot of the platforms are at the top of the market cap. Cardano, Neo, EOS, Stellar. All of these things are at the top of the market cap, and I think they'll stay there as this space continues to grow, because there's an obvious need for them. The tokens, there's not really a great need right now until there is adoption. And I think the only token that I see, and I'm kind of confused on whether to call it a token or a platform, that's Steemit. Steemit is something that I think is gaining adoption. Think it probably will continue to grow. I don't know about the name. I think the name could use some changing. I think the layout, the UI, UX could use some changing. But it's working so far, and that's one of the few tokens I could see that is working. Or is it a platform? That's really up for debate, I guess. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. Is it a token or is it a platform? Steemit. But yeah, that's what I'm going to invest in from now on. Platforms and things like that are really going to be the future, and that's really where the money's going to be made. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. As always, like the video if you like the content. Subscribe down below. Follow me on Instagram, legal_Jones. Hit that like button, and y'all keep buying that crypto, even in the bear market.